Week 9 online stream assembly. I'm Nellie, and of course I have my fellow ambassadors, Keely, Georgia, Polly, and Thomas. Also Nat, Mr. Conradi, and Barry filming. Now handing it over to Keely.
Just remember to learn the goals of the fortnight and act them. Now I will pass over to Polly to talk about success criteria. Don't talk to the person next to you. Act on the goals of the fortnight, and please remember to discuss the goal of the fortnight in your classrooms. Georgia will now elaborate.
Please look at the front and listen whilst watching the video, and remember to write the goals of the fortnight in your diary and in your classroom.
Last fortnight's goal was courage and general feedback. Now I think Georgia would like to tell you this week.
This fortnight's goal is compassion and bump it up walk. After the assembly, there will be some clips about the bump it up walk. Now I'd like to hand it over to Keely and Mr. Conradi to elaborate on compassion.
Compassion to me means being respectful and treating others equally, being kind and caring, and using the main focus, which is treat others as you would like them to treat you. Now I'll hand over to Mr. Conradi to continue.
I think in these tough times we've seen people showing compassion in the classrooms, the families coming to our school with drop-offs and pick-up. We've seen teachers and SSOs in the room looking out for each other and really trying to help the students in our rooms. I love that everyone's been really positive, and that's the way we've got to be and get on with everything as best we can. Keep it up, and when I come to your room, I'm looking to see not only good work, but compassion towards each other. Trinity Garden students are showing their great values, and I couldn't ask for better. Keep striving for excellence. You're doing a great job.
The main event this week is Harmony Day, which Nat and Mr. Conradi will now talk to you about.
Hi Nat, gee, you look funny.
Well, I think I learned that from someone else today.
Yes, kids, I wish I actually remembered all about Harmony Day. I had to suddenly work out some crazy type of headdress, but we all need to have a bit of fun. So, Nat, I love what you're dressed in.
Thanks for that, Mr. Conradi. I think it's good to be twins today with our special hats.
I know we want to do a funny welcome. Maybe you'd like to all join in, everyone. I'm not very coordinated, but I'm sure Nat's going to be fabulous.
Okay, we'll get the help of the ambassadors for this as well. Are you ready, guys? Give me a H.
Give us a H.
Give us an A.
Give us an A.
Give us an R.
Give us an R.
Give us an M.
Give us an M.
Give me an O.
Give me an O.
Give me an N.
Give me an N.
Give me a Y.
Give me a Y.
What does that spell?
Harmony!
Wow, Nat, you are fabulous.
I might have to watch the video and see if I agree, Mr. Conradi.
And those student leaders, the ambassadors, I could really hear them in the background. Can you yell out, kids, Harmony Day!
Harmony Day!
Now, Nat, there was a real sense of excitement this morning. I saw all the kids coming in. Can you give us an update on what you saw around the school for Harmony Day?
Yes, it was fantastic today seeing our grounds people doing a display, and Stefania and Daniela putting up some beautiful artwork on the courts. There's been some great orange displays all around the school, lots of great activities in class, and people following the message of belonging and getting along with each other. And maybe if you're at home, you can have a look at the Harmony Day website and have a look there at the messages there and some special activities.
You know, Nat, there was some really great costumes. Some of the students wore their cultural dress. It was really fabulous. I went into St. Maurice unit. They were celebrating Harmony Day through music. I also went into Sherry's class and I saw the children writing all about Harmony Day, and they were so proud of their work. Hey Nat, what's the way to say see ya?
Oh, I reckon we might say bonjour.
Oh, well done. What about these days when I love to shake people's hands but I can't? How are we going to end it?
I think we'll end it with an elbow tap.
Here we go. Okay, see you guys.
Thank you for listening to our online streamed assembly. We hope you act on the goal of the fortnight, which is compassion and bump it up ball. Don't forget there are some short clips about bump it up ball after.
Have a good fortnight!
We're here in 9J, which is a Year 3 class, and this is Kobe, one of our Year 3 students. And we've been using a bump it up wall in our class to help us with our writing. And what job do you think the bump it up wall does for our writing and helps us as writers?
It's got a lot of adjectives. Well, not that much of the first one, but the second, third. The second one has a bit more. Third one, a lot more. And then the fourth one, way more than the first one. Most of the most of the describing words can help you on the nearly all of the describing words could help you think what it does, but then when it had there weren't that much describing words, it was hard for people to think. So
Why do we want more describing words in our stories?
well, so then people that are reading it can know what the writer's trying to talk about and what they're trying to write about.
And so we looked at the stories and we put them in order, didn't we? And you can sort of see how this one hasn't got much information and it builds up to quite a lot more information. What's the difference, Toby, between this one and this one?
Well, I reckon this one has more because more adjectives because of describing words because it's longer and the first bit is has more describing words than the first sentence on that one.
Can you give some indication of what adjectives have you found in the last one that you really like and thought you might consider for your story?
Well, like in the first one it says Max had a bad day at school, but in the first sentence it would Max let the wind slam the front door shut behind him as he carelessly dropped his school bag in the hallway.
So which sentence did you like better?
I like the first one on text 4 because it had more describing words and I could imagine how the wind shut it and how he dropped his bag in the hallway and all sorts.
So you have a bit of a picture in your head about what's happening in the story because of the describing words that were used. So after you'd finished doing your writing and you reflected using the bump it up wall, what did you decide you needed to work on next?
More describing words and verbs, adverbs, because I only had maybe 5 of them.
And what adjectives did you think that you did use in your story that maybe you could make a bit more mature, a bit more Year 3 like? So what was one we picked out before? Scary. We had at my scary pool party. What other word could we use instead of scary?
Creepy or freaky.
Oh, creepy or freaky. Can we think of another one? Is there another one there? I can see a really good adjective here. Brilliant. That's a good adjective, isn't it? What else have we got? Ice cream cake. So if it's an ice cream cake, then an ice cream cake usually is something... What could you put in front of that one?
Yummy ice cream cake.
You could put yummy. And if it's
Delicious.
ice cream, then it's got to be delicious. But it could be cold. What's a better word than cold? freezing? Because if it's ice cream, it's got to be frozen, doesn't it?
Well, it always stays in the freezer unless when you buy it, you have to take it out
To cut it.
and to do all sorts.
So, do you find the Bump It Up wall a helpful tool for your writing?
Third and fourth, yes, but not maybe first and second because they don't have that much describing work. It would just help more if I use fourth and third and fourth because they have more adjectives and describing words, and then it makes it easier for the people that are reading it.
Perfect.
Hi everyone, I'm in 18A. I feel so lucky to be here. I've found 2 Bump It Up walls. They're a year 3 and a year 4, and I've got Audrey here. She's going to tell us all about it.
So what we do is we write a narrative and then we compare it to what we think we have and where we think we are. Then we look at the other place where it says what you can improve.
Wow, Audrey, this looks really useful. Have you enjoyed using the Bump It Up wall?
Yes.
Wow, and where are you on the Bump It Up wall?
I think I'm between the green and the pink.
Excellent, and there's lots of descriptive words on there, isn't there? And then I'm noticing even the text, they're all in different levels of difficulty, but it's great that you feel, can you move up the wall?
Yes.
Excellent. And has your teacher taught you how to do that?
Yeah.
Great. And is this something that will keep going during the year? Okay, should we encourage all the other classes out there? Let's give them a wave. Hi everyone. You can come up and talk to this room at any time, obviously with your teacher's permission. But if you want to find out about Bump It Up walls, can they talk to you? Excellent. Maybe when we have assemblies again, could we get you to share some of your story work?
Sure.
Yeah, because I bet then we could show what you did at the beginning of the year to what you do now, and you've moved up the Bump It Up wall. Shall we give each other a bump in these funny times? See ya!
Bye.
Hi, I'm Miss Rose and these are my students from 20A and they're going to show you how we've used our narrative Bump It Up wall in 20A.
We have 4 different types of text. We have 1, 2, 3 and 4. You can use these to see how well you're going and what stage you're at and if you can improve on it.
I use the Bump It Up wall to see how I've been improving with my narrative and how I can improve on the next one.
I compared my writing to the Bump It Up wall to see what one it's close to and to improve it to the fit.
Hi and welcome back to Kitty Cat News.
My name is Tabby Tom.
And I'm Keely Cat. Today we have Nellie live on the scene interviewing some students.
Take it away, Nellie.
Hi, it's Nellie Cat here. I'm at Trinity Gardens Primary School and I have some special students to tell us about the work they've been doing today. So do you guys want to put up your hands and tell me your names? Don't be scaredy cats, guys. Have courage.
Hi, my name's Georgia.
I'm Polly.
And what work have you been doing today?
I've been doing some English.
I've been doing maths.